I'm back. Oh, I would be, wouldn't I? It's my video. I've got this old pedal, and I bought this pedal recently while I was wandering around my tours in America. I guess you can get them in it. Well, I know you can get them in England, but the thing is, Fulltone, it's a good brand. It's one of them brands that you just know is going to be okay. Whether it's brilliant or okay is another story. It's different things to different people. But this one cost me less than $70, give or take. Second hand, it's got the odd dent on it, it's got a leg missing and things like that. But the fact is that doesn't decry from this pedal being a made in California pedal, and Fulltone are known for quality. Or at least I think they are. Well, every Fulltone product I've ever bought has been good. That's why I bought this one. So anybody who hasn't tried this, you know, one of these GT 500s, well, yeah, maybe you should. Have a look at this review, because you can pick them up, like I said, second hand. You know, everything doesn't have to be new that I review. These are all over the show. Definitely worth looking at. And it's one of them pedals where you can go from 9 to 18 volts that'll change how the thing actually works and sounds, which I think is a great idea. Anyway, before we get to look at the top of it and the rest of it, I'm going to pull the bottom off, as we always do. Have a quick look inside, just to see the quality. And if anybody's seen that one on the Friedman over there, sitting over there in the corner, compare that quality with this quality and let's see if any of them are better, because this was $70, like I said. Hold on, let's go and have a look. Oh my God, I've got the lid off. Well, this looks more of a... Well, this is quite a custom pedal from what I can see. It's actually got, believe it or not, it's got an inductor in here. Now, inductors, where I see them often in these sort of things, in a wah-wah pedal. But this has actually got one right inside there. You're going to see it close up. Right inside there, Fulltone one, 500 mH. Yeah, an inductor. 2015. Yeah, it's not that old. What is it? No, it isn't 2050, it's me, that's the part. It's the 11th of the 10th, 2010. So it's already 8 years old. So let's go take a look inside it and see what we get for our $70. Yeah, it all sounds interesting. Hold on. Well, here we are. At least inside we've got something to look at, yeah? This comprises of a much bigger PCB, because it's sort of two pedals in one. And that can be useful. So, good idea type of stuff. It's got the 9-way switch. In fact, it's got two of them. You can put a battery inside as well, so you can run it off battery, which also thinks quite nice. This is number 8516, if you look careful up there. You see that? And it's got a date down the side here of 2010. So that's when it was made. It's obviously been out there since, doing its thing, and it seems to have survived, really. Power input, you've got the input side here, the output side there. Got your controller things there. But you look at the PCB again is quite well made. And again, it's just a PCB. It's not really any different than what you'd see in, for example, the Friedman. The Friedman was a PCB, you know. They're all pretty much of a much. And I guess that they're all machine made, really. I'll look at this one. Generally speaking, I would say, well, maybe not. There's some things on here that are hand soldered, I can tell. But on the other one, I didn't see so much of that. Yeah, there's the inductor in the middle. A bit weird to have one of those in there. Now, you can go and read up about this pedal on the internet. I didn't really read much of it, so I'm not going to spend all day harping on about it. It's got transistors in there, it's got this inductor, and probably just two pedals split down the middle like that. And what more can you say? But the quality on the build is good, no doubt about that. It does look like it's got hand soldered bits in there, or soldered bits as they say in America, I think. So I'm not too worried about the build quality on it. Looks good. More old style components, I guess. Couldn't see all the components on the likes of the Friedman. But it's not the Friedman that we're talking about, it's this Fulltone pedal. And for its $70, what do you want? I guess it sounds just as good today as it did the day they made it. Oh, there's one other thing I want to show you about this pedal that I like to see. And I didn't notice it on the Friedman, by the way. And it's this. When I flip it round like that, if you look careful right there, you can see the number, the date, and an F for Fulltone. Might even been made by the man himself. Who knows? What I do know for your $70 is it's awesome. Now then, let's zoom back up. Of course, what I really meant to say, let's zoom back up to have a look at the back. So, pretty boring really. We've got an in and an out, and we've got this DC voltage, and it's 9 to 18 volts DC, and the center core is negative. So, if you've got some power there, well, that's what you need. Yeah, all good. But don't forget you can put a battery in it. Let's have a look at the top of it. Okay, well, from the top of this, we can see that it's a GT500. It's a field effect transistor, a FET distortion, and a booster stroke overdrive. Now, those are two very useful pedals if you had them separate, but these are stuck into one, so that can be good as well. And you can turn either one of them on or off, which is quite nice. But you can also actually set it up so that it goes from, if you look at the switch up here, from distortion to boost, or if you flip it down, from boost to distortion. So you can either go from this way to that way and then out, or from that way to this way and then out. You get it? So it changes the position of each pedal. And you can turn either one on or off independently, which I think is pretty nice, especially for your $70. So we've got a bass control for the booster overdrive, we've got a high thing, we've got volume and drive. Pretty boring. Think of it as that being one pedal. And then on this other distortion, we've got a bass, we've got the mids and the highs. And again, we've got a volume and a distortion. We've got a little LED on each one. And other than that, that's it for the pedal. There's not really much else to see. But like I said, if you think about it, it's sort of two pedals in one, which makes it pretty useful, actually. You can turn either one on or either one off, or you can mix them. You can go front to back or back to front, or all that other good shit. Right. Let's go back up top. Yeah, all looks good to me, I don't know. Well, there it is, the little GT500. FET distortion and booster overdrive. What more can I say? Well, what I can say, it's a pretty cool device. Just looking at the back, by the way, and being fair to this particular product, it's got its serial number on the back, where it's made, which matters, because it's on the unit. There's no CE approval on this thing, so... But he got one of the two things right. The first one he got right was that it actually says on the device where it's made. That's important. But the CE approval is also important, so it's probably, because it doesn't say it, it's probably not approved. It's just life. Do I care? Not really, except that this is a review and I should be telling you about products where they misbehave, or companies where they misbehave, more the case. So, that's the booster, and you know, for the value that it offers, this is the thing about this review. This is why I wanted to make this review after making another review about a Friedman pedal that cost 2.5 times more. To be fair to the Friedman, if this was new, this would probably be that sort of money, or maybe even more, probably $220, which is what Fulltone seemed to used to sell everything at. I don't know, but it could be that sort of figure when it was new. If they still make them, I think they might. There might be a Mark II or something. I just didn't go and check. Like you, I'm not going to go and spend hours looking. I don't really care. You? No. But well-made pedal, very well-made pedal. It's heavy. It does all the stuff it should do. It's going to come up any second now. And you'll be able to hear it in action, so to speak. Maybe in one of the newer amps that I'm reviewing, or maybe not. Maybe in something that you've already heard before. Doesn't matter. How would I rate it? I have plugged it in. I have to tell you that, because I'm like that. It's no use trying to do a review if you haven't sort of played it. I'd give this about, to be honest, about a 7. 7's good. It's not a 10, but there again, it's not a 3, is it? On its build quality, I'd give it about an 8 or a 9. But overall, I mean, there's so many of these pedals, distortion and what have you. You know, boost pedals. This is a FET one, so maybe an 8. No, it's a 7. But for your $70, you're never going to go wrong. It's going to be good. So that's it for this. It's going to come up and you'll be able to hear it anytime soon. And yeah, if you see one, I would advise you to buy one because they're worth having in your guns. Let's put it that way. It's another one of the guns that you could use, if you know what I mean. And depending on your amp, this could be a really useful pedal. Use it in front of a JTM or a 50-watt Marshall or something. I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Don't forget to go to www.TonyMckenzie.com. There's lots of reviews that aren't here. They're there. And if I get a chance, I'll put it on. If I don't get a chance, I won't put it on. But I've got certain plans I'm going to do with this channel when I get to 250, and I'm not that far away now, so when I get to 250 things are going to change a little. Yeah, for the good, the bad and the indifferent. Well, who knows, you'll find out when I get to 250. No, not age. Videos. That's it for now. Listen to it now. Thanks for watching as always, and don't forget, if you're over 39, get checked for prostate cancer, won't you? Else you won't be here. Now get out of here. Well, I'm back. Oh my God, I've seen so much gear, I don't know what to do with it. I usually do a bit of playing at the end, you know, with a track or two, but I'm not doing that at the moment. I've done that on the odd one, kicking around, but I'm a bit too tired for all of that at the minute. So anyway, let's not worry about that. I've got this 65 amps amp. This is called a Ventura, and it's quite a clean amp. And if you have a listen to it, in fact, it's a very clean amp. But the thing is, having a clean amp's one thing. I'm using this amp specifically because it is a clean amp. It's got a bit of distortion, but I wouldn't call it anything dynamic like, you know, a Mesa Boogie or something like that. So what I would say is you probably need a pedal for it. Now I'm using this amp for a number of different pedal reviews because of its cleanliness, yeah, or godliness almost. So that's why it's here. Now what am I reviewing this time? Well, you know what I'm reviewing because you've watched the whole video, I hope. This is an old pedal that I picked up. Well, I think it was less than $70. It was second hand. It was in one of those guitar stores that you probably all know about. And I thought it was a bargain. It's a FET distortion and booster overdrive. Now, these booster overdrives can be quite nice because you can drive the front end of the amp without getting ridiculous. But if you do want the other bits, you know, the FET distortion, well, it's in here, and you can have the booster overdrive or the FET distortion either way round in the chain, like I showed earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at the booster first, set it where I want it, about there, put a bit of drive at 12 o'clock. I'll move the volume around and you can hear just how effective the booster is on it. But for the money I paid, it's brilliant. It's a really well made pedal. Fulltone always are. So let me just oodle around a bit and you can hear what it does. Yeah. Out. And in. So you'll notice it's louder. put in a lot of extra sort of distortion. Bring the highs up a little bit, see what we get there. And remember, this is the booster overdrive, not the actual distortion. And with those highs rolled off, backed off, it's sort of, yeah, very sort of bluesy, sort of, I don't know, feels and sounds really cool. About 2 o'clock on the volume, and this is working to from distortion to boost. So this is the first in the chain, the other one's turned off, so it doesn't really matter for now, but we'll get to that. So here it is with the FET distortion. Great sounds, really great sounds. I'll just take a picture of that and put it, actually I'll put it up there. It's very difficult to do this on camera, point where it's going to be. Now what I'm going to do is to combine the two, and that's easy enough, you just press the button. I can hear a difference straight away. I don't even have to play it, I can hear it. Change the amp out of all proportions from what it was designed for. Awesome sounds. So you can get very simple. Well, I'm only on about number 6 or 7 there. If we whack it up full. What I'm going to do is flip that round the other way, like so. So we've now got the boost first and then the distortion. Okay, well, there it is. The GT500 cost me less than $70, or around about there. My opinion, I think it's better than the Friedman down on the floor. But that's another story. And this, as I said, I'll get 2 pedals for one. It's built, well, basically handmade. That thing's on a machine on the Friedman, and I think this is better. I'll give you something to think about until next time. Now get out of here!